Catherine, lovely to have you on. Well done on this bill, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Great to be on the show this morning.
Now, how did you come up with this idea and why did you come up with it?
Well, postnatal care is something that I'm very passionate about personally. Having 4 children myself and having gone through quite a traumatic birth with my first child, I understand how important it is for particularly new mums to have support and protection wrapped around them. And so this bill actually was started about 5 years ago by a group, Mothers Matter, that had presented a petition which, wanted to put the spotlight on postnatal care. Louise Upston had originally brought this bill forth, and then I picked it up because it is something that I'm really passionate about and believe that, we do need more support and protection for mums. And of course, as you've rightly pointed out, it certainly is quite topical at the moment. And as you've also rightly pointed out, as a new backbench MP, it is great to have a bill drawn from the biscuit tin and really get into an issue that is really, really important for all families across New Zealand. And I've certainly attracted quite a lot of attention in terms of this very important issue, and it's certainly something that I'm really keen to advocate more on, and this is an opportunity with this bill to really put the spotlight on postnatal care in New Zealand.
Yes, well, I've just been noting the founder, one of the sort of, if you like, activist organisations suggesting that we need better maternity care, and frankly, I think it's almost undebatable. That is clearly indisputable that we do. But Jen Hooper, who's the founder of Action to Improve Maternity, AIM, I think they call themselves, it's a charity, she obviously supports very much what you're saying, but she's also saying that there's a sort of insidious policy at the moment, and this most recently exemplified with the Auckland Hospital, of trying to get women to get in and get out because it's all about saving money. Is that what you're concerned about as well?
Yeah, I think that, women after having given birth and going through, so many emotions and everything that they will go through, they shouldn't feel pressured to leave. And so this is about providing a right of 72 hours, 3-day stay, we're calling it. And so that enables the women and families to be able to have access to 3 days of postnatal care. I think in New Zealand, we put a lot of emphasis on antenatal in those first trimester, second trimester, third trimester. But, there is so much support that we need after a mum gives birth. And I think we need to recognise that, and we need to support, it's such a special moment. It's an important journey. And I think we certainly need to put the spotlight on postnatal care. And we really need to look at this in New Zealand.
Listen, the issue here is, though, you've now got a government that's under significant funding pressures. One of the things that you'll clearly be asked, Catherine, is what is the cost in terms of, one presumes, millions of dollars from ensuring that this option is available to women who give birth in hospitals?
And so as this bill stands at the moment, it would extend the period of funding in terms of postnatal care from 48 hours to 72 hours. And that's as the bill stands. Also looking at ring-fencing that funding, because I suppose if one mother chooses not to use their care, then that can then be moved to another mother who may require more postnatal care. And that's the thing, like birth, that some women have an incredible birth and they want to leave the hospital straight away and get home, and then others may go through a traumatic experience and they're having trouble with baby, breastfeeding, connecting, bonding, all of those things. And so that's where we need to say, hey, we actually need to wrap some more support around these mums, and we need to make them aware that that support is available for them as well. And so I think it's a really important issue, and I think we really need to address it.
Okay, that's fine, but I go back to the question I asked you. Have you costed what this is likely in terms of extra costing for maternity services in New Zealand?
So this
You're allowed to say no.
This bill is, though, about supporting mums and families and babies. That's what it's about.
I know that. You've already explained that to me. I'm asking you the specific question, Catherine. Have you costed the policy as to what it will mean in additional revenue required to enact it?
So because of the way the bill is set out at the moment, in terms of looking at it, in terms of the mother and ring fencing funding, and that's a process that select committee and obviously when the bill goes through, that we can have a look at obviously what's happening there at the moment, and this is an opportunity, I suppose, for groups to come forward and talk about postnatal care.
Okay. But so the answer to your question, I take you're saying no, we haven't costed it, and we'll discover that, I guess, during the select committee process. Have I got that right?
Well, I think that we have the postnatal care in New Zealand at the moment, in terms of the 48 hours, this would extend it to 72 hours.
Yeah.
And at the moment we're looking at the ring fencing, because...
what does ring fencing mean? Does that mean that...
So some mothers at the moment will choose to leave hospital straight away, and obviously won't take that entitlement of 48 hours postnatal care. But then other mothers may choose to stay for the full 3 days, and that means that funding can potentially be moved through to that mother. So but this bill, Michael,
have you discussed it with the Minister of Health, Shane Reti? You must. I presume you've talked to, and is he supportive of it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, we are very, very supportive of providing more mums and families more postnatal support, and it's really important. It's been recognised by our Minister and our caucus and our party, and I'm really, really passionate about advocating for this issue and navigating this bill through.
Okay, that's fine. But then why if Shane Reti, the Minister of Health, is supportive of it, Catherine, and you're sitting there as a member of the government, why doesn't he just go, that's a really good idea, Catherine, we will put this into the next budget, or that's something that we can move on straight away, rather than go through the private members process?
Well, because it has been drawn, so it's in the process at the moment. So it's basically on the order paper, and it's waiting for its first reading, and once it's had its first reading, it will go to select committee, and that's obviously an opportunity to discuss many of these issues. And I've already been approached by many groups, and many women's groups, many lobby groups from around the country, that are very, very supportive of more postnatal care and support for women.